1 in 9 bridges in the United States is in need of repair, and the cost of repair for many bridges as well as our nation's roadways falls to our counties. For the next few minutes, we'll discuss the widening gap in federal transportation funding and its effect on infrastructure. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Robert Trenum, and I'm joined by Matthew Chase, Executive Director of the National Association of Counties. Matthew, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Robert.
You know, it's interesting because this is a common sense thing, right? Everyone realizes that we have to maintain a healthy roads and bridges infrastructure, because if we don't have that, the public safety is at stake, correct?
That's absolutely correct. This issue of transportation is about two things. It's about global commerce and the economy, and it's around safety and mobility of citizens at the local level. One of the things that we're dealing with right now is we're coming out of a recession. We're still short about 1.2 million jobs. We think transportation investment is a great short-term investment where we can get people back to work and has long-term benefits for the country and our economy.
So what's interesting here is that I think most people realize, look, I pay taxes, right? I pay taxes into the federal trust fund that through the gas tax. And so that should be more than enough to be able to maintain our bridges and roads, and especially when I cross a bridge and I pay a toll. So what gives?
Well, it was at one time. We haven't raised the federal gas tax since 1993. So we've lost about 35% of our purchasing power. Cost of materials have gone up substantially, and the dollars that we're raising now at the federal level just aren't enough. And this summer, the federal trust fund will go broke for highways and transit.
It will go broke?
It will go broke. We're actually at a deficit. For the last 4 or 5 years, we've put general funds, about $50 billion plus, into the highway trust fund to keep it solvent. And that's just not a way to run a national transportation system.
And so what's the solution? If in fact we know, to your words, that it's going to go broke at the end of the summer, what is the solution?
We need to look at all of the above. We need to look at indexing the gas tax to inflation and getting it back up to where it needs to be. We need to look at innovative finance. We're looking at the private sector. We're looking at all of the above. But in the short term, we really need to look at the gas tax.
And is that Congress's responsibility?
That is Congress's responsibility, absolutely.
And I want to move on to the vital link that counties play here, and also in the role of the economy plays here, because at the end of the day, we're talking, I believe, good quality paying construction jobs.
These are great jobs.
And all of the jobs that support the infrastructure that it takes to build a bridge and a road and maintain that.
That's right.
Talk to us about that and the impact on the economy.
Well, when you look at where is the United States doing well right now, it's exports. Agriculture, natural resources, manufacturing, and that takes distribution. That takes the ability to get the goods from the heartland to the ports to overseas. And then you have just the local issues of congestion. So it's interstate commerce, if you will. Interstate commerce, as well as congestion. Mm-hmm. Most of our major roads are congested, and that is costing people time and money.
Let's talk for a few moments about the county level and how important the county is to roads and bridges, and also how it links to the federal government.
Well, counties own 45% of the roadways.
Do they really? I don't think most people realize that.
They don't. 45% of the roadways and 228,000 bridges, which is about 1 out of every 3 bridges that you cross, are county owned. We also invest in about 1/3 of the transit systems and 1/3 of the airports.
And how can the individual that's watching this program now, how can they get involved? Should they write their member of Congress? Should they write their county commissioner? Should they email you? What should they do?
Well, we would love them to talk to their members of Congress. What is interesting about this issue is you've got the U.S. Chamber of Commerce and the trucking industry, along with the public sector, all on the same page here saying we have to invest in transportation. So that gives the citizens some comfort that we should be going to our lawmakers and pushing for increased investment.
So this is a broad coalition, Republican, Democrat, on the left and the right, all coming together saying, A, this is a public safety issue, B, this is an economic issue, and C, this is a national issue. Matthew Chase, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
And of course, thank you for joining us for this edition of Comcast Newsmakers. I'm Robert Trenum. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.